That's 800-217.
Issue with crime. Menus sponsored by
Driving down the road at night.
Well, hello there. Once again, it is 2023. We made it, folks. We made it through the ball dropping. We made it through that note dropping in Nashville and whatever the other channel that I didn't watch was doing. I couldn't keep up with him. I started the New Year's Eve watching CNN, and of course, Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen couldn't drink, so it wasn't very fun. In fact, it was very boring. There was a lot of swearing, though, for sure, particularly from Kevin Hart, and he ripped CNN a new one, and that was kind of funny. That made the whole show. But we made it, guys. It's 2023. And what else happened on New Year's Eve? Hey, everybody. Keegan's already here. Awesome. What else happened on New Year's Eve? Well, the ball dropped, the Nashville thing happened, Miley Cyrus blew up, and yeah, whatever. It is another year for DXing, and that means more medium wave frequency of the week challenges from our friend Lloyd over on DX Central. You know him. Of course you should. You should know him. If you don't know him, then you're an oil man, and I'm Daniel Plainview. Yeah. I am not as prepared for this as I thought I was. We started on the wrong link because of OBS. The way the scheduling works on this software, it's kind of stupid. You can schedule a broadcast ahead of time, right? But if you click the wrong button, you have to create an entirely new link, and I'm sorry about that. There was some screw up there with the link on Facebook, and I caught it right away. We had the wrong link, but hopefully you guys obviously have the right link. You're watching. Rick is here. Bill is here. So hopefully this one goes. So the frequency of the week, if you didn't see it yesterday, is 940 to 981, I believe, kilohertz. And of course, 981 is for our friends across the pond and elsewhere, you know, not this hemisphere. So, excuse me, I'm drinking A&W. So if I inadvertently burp during this broadcast, I really am sorry. It's unintentional. I'm not trying to. But this broadcast is sponsored not really by A&W root beer. So cheers to you guys. I ran out of beer. I don't have a good beer this time, but we'll remedy that for the next broadcast. So how was your guys' holiday? We had about 2 weeks off, and it's been quite busy as far as medium wave DXing. I mean, look at my logs here across the pond. Yeah, they have the 9 kilohertz stuff. But anyway, this has been my log. You can see all the way back to, let's see, this is not focusing very well. But you can see here's the Christmas time right here. And when we get to the main page, you'll see my logs scrolling across the bottom. We even had some e-skip. We had skip in December. That was on, what was that day? The 31st, New Year's Eve. We had skip. So you rarely see skip into FM this time of year, especially. If it does, it's like fleeting, and it was. It only lasted maybe 20, 30 minutes. I got into it late because I wasn't taking DX maps seriously until it was too late. I did manage to get 2 new stations, both from Mississippi, one from Oxford and one from Forest, Mississippi, WMBU and WMAV. And this was the first time I was able to use this bad boy here, the RSP2 Pro. God, I'm tired. It's been a long day. My cat woke me up at 7 o'clock. So, yeah. Looks like Jacob is here. Carl's here. Also, you might see here this little thing in the bottom of the screen here, the Anoka County Scanner and Crews. These guys are local, and they've just started putting together this channel, and I want you to subscribe to them as well because they go live quite often. They're driving around Anoka County, which is where I'm at right now. They're driving around Anoka County. In fact, let me go see where they're at. I can tell you exactly where they're at. I know this county pretty well. They are still on Central, or it looks like Central Avenue, going back, I believe, northbound. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I have a bigger window than you guys. You can see it down there on the bottom, but they're in Anoka County. Yeah, Keegan had skip on New Year's Eve morning. Stations to Ontario, New York, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Illinois. And it looks like a lot of people did really good as far as that brief opening. I mean, I did. I mean, it shocked the hell out of me to see that. It just doesn't happen very often. So, as we were saying, let me unmute this. Hopefully this isn't too loud for you guys. Let me know the audio levels. It's hard for me to kind of justify it on my end. Ooh. Foxy lady, that was WFAW. I can almost guarantee it. So the frequency of the week, as I mentioned, you can see it down here on the bottom, is 940 to 981. New York, yeah, Michigan, Illinois. So I had a bit of a before I went live this afternoon. I was making sure things were updated as far as like this scrolling image down here on the bottom. And I was getting ready to go do this stream because I usually do it Saturday afternoon, or this afternoon. You know, I do it in the afternoons before the stream. I try to get things ready to go ahead of time. And I noticed that my SDR was overloading. I'll show you. You can't see the main window, but this is what happens when it overloads. You see the signals can become really flat, and WCCO just steps all over the dial because it's 2 miles away. Well, it was doing that. So I don't know if you guys realize, but we just had like one of the biggest snowstorms this side of I don't know where, but it was huge. You know, it snowed for like 4 days straight, and it dumped on us like 14 inches, I think, was the final total up here in the North Metro. 14 inches. So my antenna outside starts on it goes to the ground at one point, and comes back up and goes over a tree. What is that noise? Crickets. That's kind of annoying. Let me get off that channel. We'll start here at 980. Anyway, so the snow was covering most of my wire, and it was a bit difficult to figure out what was causing the overload. So I walked the length of my wire, and it's deep snow out there. We have a DX. We have a DX cat in here, Maddie. I walked the length of my wire, and I checked, you know, the common points. There is a terminated part that goes to a tomato stand, and that particular section had a loose connection or something. Very simple fix. So, I mean, I had my stream going. I have a, it's a caster thing. It's like caster.com. They have these internet streams. Boy, that sounds, no wonder I was in regular AM mode. So yeah, I used Caster, and I was listening to my audio of my stream, and I could hear WCCO just destroying the band, and then I just wiggled the wire a little bit, and it came back. So simple fix. But yeah, that's kind of what happened this afternoon. So another eventful thing that happened earlier this week that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Maybe we'll have time later in the show to go over some of these recordings. My local 630 WREY was off air for quite a long time, actually. They were off air for, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 hours. And this was overnight, so it was really nice to actually hear stuff. I got several new logs out of it because they were off air. So maybe we'll go over the recordings as this goes on. But I kind of wanted to check the frequencies tonight. I wasn't planning on doing the longest of streams tonight. I am very tired. My cat woke me up at 7 o'clock. Okay, KMS Richfield right there. You just heard. If my levels are okay, that's my local. And we missed the top of the hour. Where's Bill when you need him? The top of the hour alert. Wow, I don't want that. That's okay. I was on 980. It's my local KKMS, Richfield. That's good to hear. T. Porter, Troy. Now I know your name, Troy. I'll get these things as we go along. Yeah, we can possibly, if you, I don't know if you guys want to, we can look at FM right now. There's nothing going on. I can tell you that. No tropo, nothing. But if you're just joining us, once again, we have the Anoka County Scanner and Cruise down here, right below me. And that is a brand new channel. They are trying to get enough subscribers so they can do live streams kind of like this one. That they can do the more fancier stuff that I can do with OBS, even though OBS is some... they can do that if they get more subscribers. So help them out. It's a little much going on.